Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to pretty much break down almost all the mods that I have on the car and how much it would cost you guys if you wanted to build the same exactly replica of my car. And this is just counting everything that you would typically pay if you were buying everything brand new. Now the price is going to be a little bit off because I'm not including shipping on some of these items. Some of these items the companies do provide free shipping, and there's other companies that don't. So you just keep in mind shipping costs will be a little bit different. And also all the parts that I got on my car were not purchased new. Some of them were used, some of them were new, so the prices are going to vary. But like I said, I'm putting everything as if you were to buy brand new, because I do have links that I can provide you guys if you want to purchase the same item. So I do have a list just so it'll make it pretty much easier for me. And there's really not that many mods, but you guys would be surprised a few things can actually start adding up. This is something to kind of give you guys an idea on what to expect, on what cost is going to be involved if you were to buy an F30 and are looking to mod it, or if you're possibly thinking about just maybe upgrading to some kind of M series car. And this is all going to be personal preference. This is just how I decided to do things. We'll talk about it after I give you guys a breakdown. So we're going to start with the exterior. So first we have the M-Style Gloss Black Kidney Girls, ordered from Amazon, and those will run you about average. You can get them between $50 up to $70, but I paid $55. Next we have the ForceWorks carbon fiber side skirt extensions. Now these are more on the aggressive side versus the M Performance. They'll run you $700. Next we have the PSM carbon fiber style spoiler, or the high kick, and this was actually from Keys Motorsports. This was $347 if you want to get one yourself. We also have the M Performance diffuser. Now this one is actually a replica. I ended up getting it from Icon Motorsports, and I had no issues with the fitment whatsoever. I did get it painted, and total I have about $175 invested in that. Now I also do have the carbon fiber and mirror caps. Those will typically run you between $120 to $200. We also have the JHP Dynamics P-Style carbon fiber lip. Now this is just the price of the lip is $430. He does ship, but you also will have to cover that as well. So whether you're local or out of state, that's why I didn't include the shipping cost. We have my favorite mod of all, or at least one of my favorite mods, which is the GTS style hood. This one is actually a steel hood. The cost of the hood, you can get it now for $675 shipped to your door. Paint wise, it kind of varies whether you know how to paint yourself or you have somebody that will paint for you and give you a deal. For the interior, we're going to start off with carbon fiber style door handle covers. I paid $25 for these. With it being so it's kind of hidden in a way, you really can't tell whether it's real carbon fiber or not unless you stare at it. So that's why I've kept them for the price. I really couldn't say no, but eventually I would like to maybe get the real carbon fiber ones. Next we have the carbon fiber e-brake handle. That I paid $40 for. I have seen them range for different prices, but I do have the one that I got linked in the description down below. Next we have the IND push start button. I ended up going with yellow just because I wanted to do a little different than the normal blue and red. That you're looking at $40 plus shipping for yellow, just because it's so uncommon. Nobody really makes yellow besides them. Also we have the USR carbon fiber steering wheel. You can get this for $90 plus shipping. Next we have the Dyna Performance carbon fiber trim, which is just for the center console. That will put you at $170. That does not include the main piece that goes on the dash. So if you do want to get that, you'll have to source that separately. All right, now moving to wheels and suspension. This is one of the most asked questions that I get, and I've mentioned it several times in videos and in messages. So I'm gonna say it one more time for you guys in case you're new to the channel. The wheels that I have on the car are by BC Forge. They're the HBR5s. They start at $4,050. Tires that I have on the car now are the Bridgestone Potenzas, and those will range for close to $800 to $1,000 for all four. And then last, I really don't have anything else besides the coilovers. So the coilovers are from BC Racing itself. and I paid $1,000 for those. All right, and the last thing, talking about the engine, we have a custom stainless steel muffler delete, but you can get a similar piece that's made already on eBay for $350. So if you're interested in getting something similar, just take a look on eBay. I'll probably end up putting the link in the description below, so if you want to grab one. I can't actually verify the fitment and everything else, but from my understanding, there's really not much to it. So now we have the AFE Pro Dry Air Intake. This one retails for $420. You can either go with the wet filter or a dry. I ended up going with the dry one. Usually I've heard mixed opinions about the wet, so I'm just playing it safe, and I went with the dry. I know wet, somebody had mentioned saying that because those filters they're oil based, over time the oil gets into the sensor, the map or mass, and ends up giving you like some issues with idling and whatnot. So I went with the dry. Also, I have a VRSF charge pipe and a VRSF intercooler and VRSF downpipe. Now the charge pipe, that one is $220, and the intercooler is $450, and the downpipe is $250. You can actually get those in the description down below, or you can order them directly from VRSF. And last but not least, I do have the MHD Stage 2 Plus, and the tune itself, it's you have to buy a license and then the tune. So that came out to about that'll come out to about $350. And then another thing that's optional is if you want to monitor your car, which I am planning on doing, because I do want to do a log just to make sure that the car is running as it should. But without that, you're looking at $350 for the tune, which is really not bad for the amount of difference that it makes. You really can't go wrong. All right, so the total cost that I have here for all the parts that I mentioned and showed you guys comes out to $10,700 plus. Personally, I ended up having a deal worked out with my paint for the hood, and that came out to pretty much, if I were to buy everything new, that would come out to $11,000 in mods, and that's not including some of the labor that you might end up paying. You can actually end up saving money if you do some of the things yourself. A lot of the stuff on the car I ended up installing myself with the help from a friend of mine, and some of them, I just did it myself, and it just varies whether you decide to pay somebody else to do all the labor for you, or you actually like to being involved with your car and like to work on it yourself. So you can save a good amount of money depending what it is, and if you have the resources to do like certain jobs. So that's pretty much it, guys. I would say you're in between a window of $10,000 to $11,000 depending what type of mods that you want to do or what prices you get. And are you guys asking, did I pay this much? I did not. I had help from some friends that actually helped me with some of the parts. John, F30 being one of them. I had companies that worked with me that are part of the build. VRSF, MHD, Dyna Performance, USR. Those are some of the companies that ended up helping with the build. Also, I'm not sure exactly how John worked it out with keys. Ended up using his videos to do a lot of the installs myself on the car. So Brian from Keys Motorsports, big shout out to him. But yeah, guys, hopefully this kind of helps you decide if you want to mod a F30, if you want something that looks similar to mine. And I just want to mention, like, I'm not fully done with the car. I do want to continue building it because I've had a few cars where actually I end up selling because I get to a certain point and I never finish them. So this is a car that I want to finish when it comes to, like, say, engine work, interior work, exterior work. I'm not fully satisfied. So hopefully that'll help you guys. And if you have any more questions, drop it in the comments down below. If you want, you can also send me a message on Instagram because I do happen to respond to those as quick as I'm good at responding messages on there. I'm not up there to where I'm getting bombarded with messages constantly, so I am able to find the time. So that's gonna do it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.